Have you ever seen something you just can't explain? Traveled somewhere that sent a chill up your spine? Today we'll be looking at these clips of real-life urban legends. From creepy clips of urban explorers going places they shouldn't, to mythological creatures nobody thought existed. Make sure you watch through to the end, as you're sure to see at least one video that'll make a believer out of you. These clips might not keep you up late at night, but maybe they'll convince you to not stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Not if you want to stay safe. Let's get into it. Dogman, werewolf, caught on camera. People capture all sorts of strange, terrifying clips out in the woods. They're all over the internet, claiming to have seen something extraordinary or scary. This clip, however, is difficult to explain or even understand. Through the trees, the man who originally recorded the video seems to catch what looks at first to be a large black bear. However, the way he moves, you can see a hand grabbing the trees as it looks at the camera. They claim to have found a dogman of sorts or a werewolf, though it's daytime when the video was filmed. This is, however, some of the most explicit footage found of a supposed dogman that exists out there. The original clip is shaky and difficult to make out, but what do you think? Cryptid or cleverly shot hoax? Helltown, Ohio. Helltown, Ohio has become something of a legend. Even the name is a nickname given to the abandoned haunt. Formerly known as Boston, Ohio, this town is iconic because it was abandoned for a tragic reason. In the 1970s, this once idyllic small town was the unlucky victim to a nationwide concern of shrinking forest land and was then forced out due to eminent domain laws.
We are here at Helltown, Ohio.
This clip follows as two men visit an old building covered in graffiti, both standard and strange, before descending to the basement.
Oh, the steps to the basement.
They explore a bit longer before going to the woods for more graffiti footage.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there.
It's not as exciting as the title Hell at Helltown, Ohio suggests, as these men don't see anything of note while shuffling around in the dark. Yet somehow the legends surrounding this real-life ghost town persist. After the area was vacated, the rumors began between a toxic chemical spill and the town's vanished, hellish aura. Supposedly by 2016, the town was demolished for the national park. However, it seems it's still a popular urban explorer haunt as YouTubers continue to prowl through the overgrown space. Whether there's actually a mutant python, crybaby bridges, or mass human sacrifice scenes.
We had creepy noises. Past that, we had branches getting thrown at us in the woods trail.
Ninja, caught on camera. This strange, grainy clip of a ninja is astounding as it seems legitimate enough to cause alarm. A gigantic, almost humanoid creature was found in immense depths of the Arctic Ocean. Believed to be a ninja. Ninjas in Japanese folklore are aquatic, humanoid whale-like creatures that inhabit subarctic oceans. It's commonly considered a cryptid, mysterious enough that its survival or entire existence is substantiated. Now, as you can see in this video, a giant human-like figure is seen floating through the dark depths throughout quite some time, as if it's lumbering, much like someone that was humanoid-shaped in Arctic waters might. Catman of Glasgow. More local lore, this time in Scotland. In a sleepy town off the coast near Glasgow, a rat-eating catman stalked the alleyways. He's been known as the Green Knock Catman and has been a mystery for ages. Nobody knows his name, and there are plenty of theories about how he came to be. In fact, his existence was only confirmed in 2007 after this shake cell phone footage of him crawling around near a dumpster eating a dead rat showed up. The man looks like he's covered in dirt as he gives the cameraman a thumbs up before taking a bite out of this rat meal. The footage goes on for about a minute. The person recording tried to communicate briefly before things quieted down and the clip ended. This is one urban legend that ended up being a little less.
Yeah, good man.
Bunnyman Bridge. Bunnyman Bridge is the name for this Colchester overpass, a southern railway overpass spanning Colchester Road near Clifton, Virginia. Supposedly it's named for an escaped mental patient, Douglas Griffin, who disappeared after a crash. Some weeks passed and rabbit corpses began to appear in the woods. As urban explorers often do, this was the cause for explorers to journey to the since graffitied overpass.
All right, you
guys
we're going to the Bunny Bridge.
You know what?
Like this clip from users on the channel Productive Jokers. What starts with a rowdy bunch of guys drinking together turns into a trip to the overpass where there are signs to not trespass,
The Bunnyman Bridge.
along with strange drips that look a bit like blood.
Drips? Is that blood?
The men walk into the tunnel and look at the handprints and graffiti attempted to be painted over.
Oh, look at the hand.
They see something in the distance, a figure they outline with a red circle. They get a bit spooked after going into the woods. They see some letters in the distance that read, "She laughed," before hearing some laughter. And of course, that's the cue to leave. Do you think you could have made it longer? Let us know down in the comments below. Did they see the Bunny Man, or did they get into their own heads about it? La Larona. This clip is extremely dark, so it's hard to follow. Still, when the original poster, YouTuber Nathan Channel, makes his way through the dark, he encounters a fence. Through the fence, he sees the silhouette of a woman in the distance who seems to be wailing. He follows the noise for a bit, watching the wailing figure from a safe distance. He believes it to be La Larona. In Mexican folklore, it's the vengeful ghost who roams waterfront areas, mourning the children that she drowned. Of course, the figure is far off, but it still fits the bill. A wailing woman off in the distance, wandering aimlessly. At the end of the clip, he gets closer, and you can hear her haunting cries echo through the area. The man then retreats, pulling back from where he'd climbed at the fence. Ghost in Green Man's Tunnel. One man's real-life disfigurement spawned a lasting local legend in Pennsylvania's tiny South Park Township, which centers on an eerie tunnel. The story is a staple of local lore, but unlike many folk legends, it is essentially true. Users from the channel Full Car explored the tunnel in the middle of the night, as both of them remarked how creepy the journey was.
Alright, well, we made it. This place looks creepy as hell, but on some weird-ass dirt road.
Once they're in the tunnel, they can see plenty of graffiti before climbing up the tunnel to get a better look. After checking out some weird salt buildup up top, they sit quietly and listen for any terrifying sounds within the tunnel. Toward the end of the clip, one of the guys starts taking photos. They realize another ghostly figure in the background of the one that looked decidedly like the Green Man the tunnel is named after.
It's a fucking...
Take another picture right now.
Yeah, send it right down here. Send it right down here.
The Green Man, alternatively known as Charlie No Face, was an electrical worker who had his face melted in an accident that killed him. His ghost is said to haunt one of the abandoned railroad tunnels of Pennsylvania. The most popular candidate of the tunnels to view the spirit is the one at South Park Township. Late at night, it's said you can see his shimmering green form stalking the tunnel. Souvenir of the Deep Sea. Whatever they caught on this clip is likely not what they expected. In the ocean's depth, what seems like a camera meant for scientific exploration and discovery, it watches several sea creatures before zooming in on something in the distance. Whether this is simple and explainable, made terrifying by the unrecognizable look, or maybe it's truly a deep depths cryptid. But it looks a lot like ninja clips we saw before, something deeply unsettling in the depths of the Arctic Ocean. As if you all needed another reason to avoid the deep depths of the sea, this beady-eyed creature might be waiting down there for you too. Pogogo, spotted in lake. This clip mostly speaks for itself. The woman filming captures a strange movement from within the Okanagan Lake, which has been enough to capture people's attention.
What is that, though?
That's not a whale.
The original poster, a woman named Stacy Hamill, keeps her camera steady as you can see something clearly swimming through the waters across the lake.
It's moving. I'm trying to get closer. Get closer to it.
I'm videotaping it, though.
Pogo, of course, is what they claim it could be. In Canadian folklore, there's a story of a lake monster said to inhabit Okanagan Lake in British Columbia, commonly thought to be a living dinosaur. like a plesiosaur or a basilosaurus. This is in line with Scottish folklore of the Loch Ness Monster, a similar serpentine creature that supposedly resides in their Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands.
That's not a wave. There's no way that's a wave. The way it's moving, it looks like a snake.
Of course, the woman doesn't catch more than an outline of the supposed creature, so while it's a convincing clip, it certainly leaves a lot to the imagination.
It can't be waves, though.
No.
There's nothing. That boat was ever here.
Massive unknown creature near Antarctica, Kraken. This clip is a little different from the others as we've come in from Google Maps, slowly panning through the waters before catching something almost clear as day. Beneath the sea, there seems to be a terrifying creature, 96 yards vast with a 25-yard head. It showed up in a massive disturbance in the water, either a beast or some sort of formation breaking the surface. What they believe it could have been, however, was proof of one cryptid that is still highly debated as to whether it actually exists, a kraken. Krakens were believed to have lived deep within the ocean and surfaced to attack ships from time to time. It's a legendary giant cephalopod-like sea monster told first by Scandinavian folklore, supposedly dwelling off the coast of Norway and Greenland. This one is off of Deception Island in the Antarctic Peninsula, placing it on the opposite half of the world, though no less cold. Multiple skinwalkers screaming at each other. This looks like your average footage of an empty clearing in the woods, but if you listen closely, you can hear the sounds of screaming. The original poster believes what they found was the sound of multiple skinwalkers calling back and forth in the Gila National Forest. He stands still, recording his surroundings silently. For those who don't know, in Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a harmful witch that can turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as animals. Though there isn't that much known about skinwalkers outside of the culture, as they are traditionally reluctant to reveal or discuss the skinwalker lore with non-Navajos, whether these screams are skinwalkers or just an eerie echo, I'm sure the original poster got out of there quickly enough to get away from it after this. Apparently, Loch Ness Monster. While wild camping in Scotland, these men were doing a Great Glen Canoe Challenge. They found something almost too familiar to ignore in some of their drone footage. The shape of a creature known in the Scottish Highlands. The Loch Ness Monster looks like it's just beneath the water. The rest of the clip is straightforward. The men aren't cryptid chasers or urban explorers checking out a creepy location. These are just some outdoorsy people who caught something terrifying in the depths of the water they might have thought was safe.